Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to another Best Graphics Cards for the Money. And originally, I did not want to do an episode so quickly. My last episode was about 18 days ago, so a couple things have changed. But the main reason I'm doing this video is because I've been getting a large influx of GPU questions on whether or not to get this GPU or that GPU, or what's better, this GPU or that GPU. So I figured, instead of me responding to all those comments, these PMs, might as well just do another video of this, since a lot of people do have questions that want to be answered, and I figured it'd be faster if I just make a video. And a couple things have changed, so I get to address those as well. So with that being said, let's get right into this with the first GPU. For the first GPU, I went with the Sapphire Radeon HD 7770 GHz edition. This was actually on Newegg Shell Shocker deals. If you guys don't know what that is, basically Newegg, throughout random times of the day, has random cards and CPUs, builds, a bunch of stuff. They have toasters even on sale for discounted prices, and I saw the 7770 up there, and it was actually $75 after a $15 mail-in rebate. With that being said, that Shell Shocker deal has ended, unfortunately, and it's back up to the price of $95. But if you guys find a price like $75 after a mail-in rebate, snatch that up right away, because that is a killer deal. Even for the current price of $90 after a mail-in rebate, it's still a really good value, because the 7770 is a real monster GPU at lower resolution gaming. Because I know a lot of people that are just using an old monitor or using an HD TV that only outputs in 720p to play their games, and if you're gaming at that resolution, there's really no reason to get something like a 7950 or a 770, something like that. You can save yourself a bunch of money, get a 7770, and run games awesome still, since lower resolution gaming doesn't take a lot to run, and a 7770, especially considering this is the gigahertz edition, is definitely going to get the job done at those lower resolutions. 7770, definitely a good pick into the list. Moving on, for the next GPU, I went with the Sapphire Radeon HD 7850. This GPU just keeps getting cheaper and cheaper. It's ridiculous. $120 for the 7850 right now after a mail-in rebate. Yeah, that is pretty ridiculous. And the 7850, what I like about it a lot is it's really the current entry-level GPU for 1920 by 1080p gaming. Now, this is perfect for people that don't have a lot of money to spend to get something like a 770 or a 7950, but they have, say, $150, and you can get a 7850 and still have an awesome gaming experience. Sure, you'll have to turn some settings down in higher level games like Battlefield 3 and Witcher 2 to medium, but if you're playing games at medium or high at 1080p, you're going to be getting really rock solid frame rates, and for $120 to $130, this is a really good entry-level GPU at higher resolution gaming, and I really recommend this GPU for a first-time build if you're moving from console gaming to PC gaming. I think the 7850 is something a lot of people should be looking at, because it's a damn good value right now. Next card I went with was the EVGA GeForce GTX 660 non-TI. Now, the TI edition is pretty terrible. It's really not a good value at all with the 760 out and the 7950 out. 660 Ti, I highly recommend everyone stray away from that card, but the 660 is a really solid deal at $175. Just like the 7850, this is really good at 1080p gaming, but what I really like about the GTX 660 is it also comes with a free copy of Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist. And Splinter Cell Blacklist is a highly anticipated game for the fall season and the holiday gaming season, so even if you don't want this game, chances are you can sell it fairly easily and get $30 to $40 back for the card's price. So you might actually want the game, since this is a highly anticipated game, and I know a lot of people are looking to pick it up. But if you don't want it, you can sell it, and it'll make the GPU like $150. So yeah, just think about that. The 660 is a damn good deal. Alright, now to address the biggest question that I've been getting over the last month, and I constantly see this in my comments section, and I can finally do away with it. What to get, the 7950 or the GTX 760? I know a lot of people have been wondering what my opinion on this is, and right now I would say the GTX 760 is the better value. Why, may you ask? The 760 and the 7950 are pretty even in gaming. Some games will do better on the 760 and vice versa, but what's the real selling point on the 760 is that you get a free copy of Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist, just like the 660. Right now, with the 7950, you really don't get anything for free, so the 760 with the inclusion of Blacklist, I would have to edge towards that, since, again, Blacklist is a decent value, and it's a $50 game, so that's a decent portion out of the card's price. So I have to go with the 760. I know if you're an AMD fanboy, that enrages you. If you're an NVIDIA fanboy, you're excited. I don't know, but Alright, there you go. I prefer the 760 right now. The 760, in my opinion, is a better value than the 7950 right now. There it is. I'm moving on. 760, better than 7950, but those things change all the time, so just look at prices, look at, free bonuses, because AMD does sometimes offer free bonuses, so just keep an eye on that, so yeah. Moving on, I went with the EVGA ACX Cooling GTX 770. This is $410, and this also comes with a free copy of Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist. 770 is just an awesome card, especially at 1080p gaming. If you're looking for a card that can run every game at the highest settings at 60 frames per second, the 770 is really the way to go at $400. I can vouch for this card myself because I own it, and 770 is just awesome. I really can't say anything bad about it. And the ACX cooling is just badass looking and will allow for extensive overclocking to make this card even more better than it already is. Finally, for the last card, I went with the GTX 780 at $650. I've talked about this card a lot of times, but basically what I think about this card is this is the entry-level card to get into 2560 by 1440p gaming. While it is still pretty pricey at $650, it's not the typical $1,000 that you need to spend to get into that high-resolution gaming, so 780 definitely earns a spot on the list since it is really the only card that's less than $1,000 and is really pretty decent at 2560 by 1440p gaming. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Remember to subscribe, like this video, and comment, and I hope I've answered some of your guys' questions that I've been getting over the last week or two. And yeah, I probably won't do another edition of this until the end of August, beginning of September, so yeah, stay tuned for that whenever that does come out, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!